Yo, this is Rick Mahorn, the bad boy, giving a shout out to my man Drew, Detroit Drew. Make sure you tune in on his YouTube channel, Detroit Drew, bad boy.
Yo, peeps, today is the first.
Well, I'll let the
Well, hey everybody.
Wow.
Kind of looks like Drew left.
Man,
that is not cool.
Everybody was good, man. It's above the room with DSA. Apparently, Drew will be back, but that was hilarious. Like, I'm dead laughing. There he goes.
Sorry, Drew.
What's good,
Drew's
everybody?
laughing, dude.
I have only been awake for like 5 minutes, man. I am still sleeping.
Oh
I still
my
got drool in my
goodness, bro.
beer, dude. Oh man.
This
Dude.
man. He said, what's good, gang? What's good, John, bro?
Oh man, we're gonna need a Shaq in the
this
full
boy.
segment before this keeps going on, bro. It's
Nah,
gonna be a long
yeah,
one.
that was hilarious right there.
Oh man, that's funny.
Had some fun there, man.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Sorry about that, man. Make sure you guys let us know you're here. Drop a comment down below. I already see a couple familiar faces. Drop a like. Go subscribe to 313 JMO and the Lions on the Prowl, man. Go check them out. Their links are in the description. Also in the description, before we introduce everybody else, is the link to Woodward Sports. I will be live over there Monday night, so stay tuned for all that. But let's introduce you guys to everybody, man. First up, Jim, man, welcome back to the show, man. It's been a minute since we got you on. How you doing?
You look at my background; it's like all Lions stuff. I apologize, man. I got my Pistons shirt I'm rocking. I always got to talk Lions, and I'm like, for once, let me talk Pistons. So yeah, I'm here to talk Pistons tonight.
Well, you got the Pistons shirt on. I got the Lions hat on tonight, so I think we're gonna be all right.
Reversed.
Man, I got Tiger stuff on, so I mean,
Hey, man, we need
got a
Bravo
Lions
to come on here
background.
with a Red Wings jersey, bro. We'll be all right. But J-Mo,
I
man,
got
what's going on
Tigers
today?
on with the Pistons and the Lions. But
I see.
what's good, everybody? What's good, man? It's definitely a Free Smoke Saturday for me, man. I'm definitely relaxing. We in this boy. We lit over here, man. Already. Let's go.
Already.
So, I guess, unfortunately, today the Pistons do have another game. We do play against the Indiana Pacers. There will be no Sabonis tonight. He is out with an injury, which could mean the Pistons have struggled against him, which means this could be a very winnable game. So far for the Pistons, I haven't seen really any of the young core out. I haven't seen that Jeremy Grant or Plumlee won't play yet, but again, we're still about an hour and a half away from tip-off, so that could change. So my question to you guys is, could this be a trap game? Could the Pistons actually win this game with no Sabonis and continue to hurt their draft stock? JMO, man, we'll start with you on this one.
What's the question, man?
This show's going well already.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long one. So Sabonis is out for the Pacers tonight due to an injury. Is this a winnable game that the Pistons can win?
Is Killian playing?
As far as I know, yes.
So Killian is playing 2 games in a row?
Well, they're not back to backs.
I'm just saying, Dwayne, I keep hearing an echo, man, but Dwayne Casey want to act like that Killian can't play in consecutive games because Grant is probable because they out here babying him, and I was gonna have a whole rant about that, but I'm surprised they're not babying Killian. But since they're not babying Killian, we'll probably still lose. But it's just they got a lot of firepower over there, man. They don't really need Sabonis to win against us at all. They don't even need Brogdon, to be honest. They'd beat us with LeVert and the rest of their squad. But it should be a fun game.
Yeah, when Killian plays, this seems so much more fun to watch. I mean, you watch the game against the Mavericks, which I love the Mavericks. They're my team outside of Detroit. Without Killian, man, we just looked boring.
I don't watch when Killian's not playing since he came back. Like, if he ain't playing, I'm not going to watch that game.
Right, man.
Like, that's serious. Because we gonna lose. Like, it ain't like we gonna win. Like, like we gonna lose. Jeremy Grant go out there, chuck a million shots. Dwayne Casey gonna be Dwayne Casey, and
A million shots.
yeah,
I mean, I can only take so many games of watching Plumlee down there, dude. I can't take too much more of Plumlee, bro. Like, it's just frustrating to me. But this is certainly a game where if Sabonis is not playing, because he's no matter what we thrown at him, if it was Blake, Andre, Christian Wood, Beef Stew, it doesn't matter, man. This guy just torches us. He hates us for some reason. So now that he's not playing, man, there's an opportunity that the Pistons could still do it. But again, Indiana's still really good, man. Like, they're well coached. They play hard. They play good defense. They're a smart offensive team. They don't take too many bad shots. Brogdon is going to have a good game. Miles Turner always plays good against us. So it's going to be very interesting still. And hopefully, you know, we finish the tank off. But, Jim, what do you think, man? With Sabonis being out tonight, do you think the Pistons can actually win this game?
No, I think Dwayne Casey will set us up to lose as he usually does. I don't see us getting the win tonight, but man, you watch these people, you watch Killian with them dimes. Oh my God, dude. The future is so bright in Detroit. Sadiq Bey is out of his mind. Beef Stew. I mean, all the draft picks. So everything that we've been doing in the offseason looks great to me. But to answer the question, no, I don't think we win tonight.
Thank God, man.
The tank is on, man.
I'm not one for tanking. I don't like it, but we have had a rough year. We might as well just finish it out, man. See what the hell happens at this point.
Wait, are you sure Killian playing tonight?
I haven't seen anything about him being out. And I haven't seen an injury report yet. I just have the bonus for fantasy.
This would be out of the norm because, like, they really, like, I don't know who idea it was to do the stupidity of not letting Killian play in consecutive games, but even if it's not a back-to-back, because the last game wasn't a back-to-back and Killian was out for no reason. Remember, I was in the chat like, why is Killian not playing? Like, and then rest. Like, the fuck is rest? He's 19 years old. Like, I just looked at the injury report. It said rest. Like, if Killian needed to rest, he should, like I said, he shouldn't be playing at all.
Right.
But, he needs to rest after coming back from injury. For what? I don't see him limping out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but I do want to say that first half, last game, Killian, man, that's the guy we're going to see in the future times like 3 or 4. I'm telling you, man, he didn't have a good second half. But that first half, man, when he was just going to the rim, once he got to work on his right hand. Once he get that, man, this dude is going to be. Like, when I was watching them, I'm like, oh, yeah, this dude going to be good, man.
But this is what we haven't had in a long time. We haven't had a point guard.
Yeah, man, his handles are so good. And I told people I want him to get to the free throw line because he's an amazing free throw shooter. He's shooting like 89% or something crazy like that. This dude going to be nice. I'm just so happy. Nice. And I just remember all of the Pistons fans, and it's still Pistons fans who doubt him, and they've been hating on him. And you remember before the draft, how we was hyping up him and LaMelo Drew. Mm-hmm. And we got all of these detractors. And we was telling them, we like, bro, LaMelo is that dude. And we like Killian the second best point guard. Like, straight up. And I know y'all like some of these other guards, but I'm looking at Killian, and I've seen those other guards play because Killian wasn't playing, so I had to watch those other guards just to see. I like Quickly. I like some of them. They're not Killian. LaMelo's the only one that's clearly better than them. That's just my opinion. The rest of them, you can have a debate.
We were talking about, we're like, who's going to be better, Killian or Melo? Because Melo we knew could pass, but Killian can pass just as good, if not better than Melo. Melo was just a better natural scorer. And where it's like long term, if Killian can ever get it together, man, like it'll be a 2-headed race between who's going to be better.
We've had way too many.
Because Killian plays better.
Yeah, I don't know if he passed better than LaMelo, though.
It's close. It's not far off.
Melo can still pass. Like, Melo's a phenomenal passer.
We've had way too many combos.
The reason why he's better because he finally got a point. He can score the ball way easier than Killian can. That's just. But Killian can play defense way better. So you know what I'm saying. We gonna see. It's gonna be some fun. But my point in saying that is this is exactly what we told people. We're like, Melo. We're like, look, Elliot Edwards gonna be a problem. We told him, like, he was like, this dude's going to be crazy. He's at the year. I mean, and then we talked about Killian, and I just remember all the crap they was saying.
Mm-hmm.
And if you watch him in that first half, like I said, I know he didn't play good in the second half, but I expected him to struggle versus the Spurs anyway. But that first half, he just, man, once he get that right hand and get away from Dwayne Casey, it's a wrap.
Let's stick with the Killian topic here.
Sadiq is not better than LaMelo, bro.
I seen an article this morning from Pistons Powered talking, does Killian need to score to be elite? Which we're not going to steal their exact wording of it, but I want to know what you guys think Killian needs to do to get to that elite stage. Because he can already play defense, and he's probably one of the best pass hitters in the league right now. Like, there's not too many guys who can throw a full court bounce pass through 3 defenders and get it right on the money. Like, that's just something you don't see every day. So, Jim, what do you think Killian needs to do to get to that elite level?
Well, J-Mo stole it already, man. He needs to work on his right hand. That's one thing. But the second thing is, we've had so many combo guards in Detroit. We haven't had a true point guard in Detroit for a long time. And we need someone that can facilitate and get his own. And I think Killian can. He's got a nice step back move, I've noticed. I mean, I like his little floater, but he needs to develop his offense just a little bit more, and he needs to be able to use that right hand. I love the way he facilitates right now, and I love the way he passes, because not everybody can score. I mean, you're going to get scorers. You got Sadiq Bey, you got Grant. I mean, you got a lot of scoring power there. You need someone to get on the ball, and I love Killian Hayes for that.
Absolutely, man. You know, that's something that I just think today's NBA fans are not used to it. You know,
they're not. No.
If you would have gone back and watched like John Stockton and Utah, like that dude did have no basketball talent except for steals and passes, and he made a career out of it. Got to the finals twice, but when he got paired up next to Michael Jordan's just better. The point is, he helped Utah reach that next level. You know, a Jason Kidd, someone that people don't really talk about too much. All he did was set people up. He was a triple-double machine, although eventually he did get to score towards the end of his career. But, I mean, guys like that, man, where they're facilitating first, there's a place for it, and you can win with it. And it's not like Killian can just pass. He is a beautiful on-ball defender, man. And that's something that you can see that Troy Weaver starting to build. Obviously, Sadiq Bey, Stu, great rookie defenders as well. But then trading for guys like Diallo and bringing in guys like Josh Jackson and Grant in the offseason, who are all good individual defenders, he's trying to make a defensive team. And when you get a good defensive team, what do? You force a lot of turnovers. What do you need there? You need a guy who can handle the ball in transition, and Killian's certainly that guy, man. His passes, people don't know where the ball's going. You just don't know. It's unpredictable. So I just think the only thing he really needs to work on is just to have more confidence in himself when he's scoring. I think sometimes when he's shooting, he second guesses himself if he should shoot it or pass it. And like J-Mo said, man, he's a terrific free throw shooter, man. If he just gets to the line 2-3 times a game, that's all he would need to do. He'll be scoring 10-plus points every single night. But as simple as that, man. Simple as that. But J-Mo, man, what do you think your boy Killian needs to do to get to that elite stage where people will stop hating him?
I don't know about people who stop hating him. But I did want to bring up like Jason Kidd. Like he was a superstar. A few years in his career. He led teams to the finals. He averaged 12 points in his career. Steve Nash has 2 MVPs, averaged like 13 points in his career. Now, we are in a different era, so you definitely have to score the ball more. But it's a difference between scoring 18, 19, or 20 and then scoring like 28 or 27 like most of the superstars do. Most of the superstars scoring that much in the league is scoring that much, or, you know, if they're not scoring that much, they like averaging a triple-double. So when I look at it like that, yeah, he'll have to score more than 12 points a game because we just in a different era. It's more possessions. So, but he can be averaging 15 and be perfectly fine. 14, just like Lonzo is, and perfectly fine. Now the impact is great. It's just about learning to, his right hand is one thing, but I'm real big on being, with some players at least, like when you don't have the athleticism, you got to be able to shoot. And like he like, I don't know why I'm bringing up Russ, but bringing up Russ, if he shot the ball, he would be the top 3 player ever. Like, let's be honest, the man can shoot. The dude is ridiculous. So, like, God couldn't give him a jump shot because it would have been unfair. So, like, but he has such next level athleticism that he doesn't need, to do that. So with Killian, man, he needs to learn how to shoot better. That's mainly my thing. Of course, the right hand and all of that, but the reason why the right hand looks exposed now is because people are guarding him on ball because of his lack of shooting ability. Mm-hmm. So, as he develops that, to me, that's the one thing I want him to work on the most, to be able to shoot the ball. Then you can start working on the other skills. You know what I'm saying? If you just look at Zoe and how he changed his shot, now that he can shoot the ball, it's a wrap. Now he can just work on the rest of his skills and he's good. So I want his jumper to get, around 38%. And then everything else will come. The dude is phenomenal. He's an all-around player. He's going to be an all-around player. And I think the sky's the limit for him, because this is my thing. I think people don't really realize how hampered he is offensively right now. But what I'm watching him doing these games is like, if this is a hamper Killian, what a non-hamper Killian. Like, I'm gonna keep that first half against the Spurs. Dude was just like doing whatever he wanted to do, scoring whenever he wanted, taking on the challenge, hitting crazy off the glass. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like, that's why I was expecting him to turn up in the second half, and I was very disappointed that he didn't. But he is a young kid. They start guarding him much tougher after that first half. I'm sure Pop was like, this little motherfucking Killian whooping y'all ass. I'm sorry to say it like that. He like Killian out there, kill out there with his French haircut, looking crispy, cooking y'all. You really gonna let this happen? Bro, it's Killian Hayes out there with a bunch of scrubs. Y'all, why y'all losing? And then they played D. But what I'm looking at, because I know I keep telling people, players develop. It takes years and years, but players really, truly develop. If I had to tell you that Steph Curry wasn't nowhere near where he was, you wouldn't believe me. If I had to tell you that Steph Curry was a turnover machine and didn't know how to run an offense, you wouldn't believe me. But his first 2 years, that's how he was. Mm-hmm. So players have to develop. And when I'm looking at Killian, I see so many bright spots in the scoring game. I think he's going to be a much better scorer than we think he can be, only because the fact that he's hampered in like some of his abilities and he's still able to get some of these shots off the step backs, the high off the glass stuff, man, his floater game is just pure. Like, floaters is a thing where you either have a floater or you don't. Like, everybody don't shoot floaters. Like, you don't see Westbrook shooting floaters. I don't know if he can shoot them really well. I don't know, probably could, but you don't see, like, everybody don't shoot floaters, it's a lot of guards that don't shoot floaters. You know what I'm saying? And that's his game. And I just think that get away from Dwayne Casey, man. That's my
floaters came from
wrapping up thought is getting rid of Dwayne Casey.
I'd say he practiced some of those floaters with Derrick Rose, but this is
he was doing that. He was doing that in Cholet when he was in Germany.
Yeah,
like that was one of the things he could do.
This is one of the points you touched on when the league first started, way back when. When Plumlee and him were starting together, he wasn't doing a whole lot. He wasn't being very aggressive. Again, Blake was still here, so Blake was still one of the primary options. But now since he's come back, he's played with Stu off the bench, and the games that Plumlee has been sitting out, they have started Beef Stew, and it's made him more aggressive. He's opened up. And that's something you have to do with the guy who's going to be pass first, is you have to pair him what makes him better. Obviously, Plumlee, he's not really a lob threat. He's not really great in the pick and roll. He's not really great at anything in particular. He's just there, and he does a bunch of little things just okay. Just okay.
He said just okay.
Just okay. Like I can't trash him because he's flirting with triple doubles now. But
no, Plumlee not trash. He's just not a fucking starter.
He doesn't fit the squad.
He's not a starter.
He's not the right piece. So continue to pair Beef Stew and Killian and have Sadiq out there on the wing, because that's the future right there. And those three guys, man, they need to be on the court. When one's on the court, they all need to be on the court, man. Like, they just play so well together already, man. They have this great chemistry, and then keep bringing Saban off the bench, man. Saban is someone we are going to talk about too, because he's kind of quiet up. One of the things I realized he's not doing as much is he's not attacking the paint as much. Although he did have a dunk the other night, he finally caught that body he was looking for. He needs to be more aggressive. I don't know if it's something that Casey's told him, hey, man, you need to work on your jump shot. He's thinking too much now. if he's not playing like him. Because when he first came in, even in preseason or the beginning of the season, when we really didn't know too much about him, he was trying to murder everybody. He was trying to run through everybody, trying to dunk on everybody. And now it's just kind of like he's just out there, just kind of trotting back and forth. It's something that he needs to get back into rhythm. But again, he's out there with guys he's not familiar with. Now that Stu's playing with
I don't
him.
know if it's that though. I'm watching the games. The scouting reporter's out. He gets. I mean, whenever he drives, it's 3 people in the paint. He can't drive anymore. That's why he looks bad. Simple as that. Like he seemingly is being the same amount of aggressive, but like when he does that, he it's 3 people in the paint, and what he do? He probe around and he throw it back to the wing. And what you said, I think you said something like he came out of nowhere or something. But that's really what happened. He came out of nowhere for a few games, was dropping 20 on people, and after a couple weeks, the NBA was like, okay, that dude is very good inside scorer. That's the one thing he can't shoot. So we're not gonna let him get inside. It's the same thing happened to players like Ish Smith. Like if you can't get inside, you're not gonna be able to be effective, especially if you can't create. If that's the main way he creates his shots too. So that's not the main way he scores. The main way he creates his shots for other players is going to the inside. And every time Saban Lee gets on the court and he drives to the rim, like it's 3 dudes in the like they will not let this dude get to the rim. I'm dead serious. Because if he did, he'd be dropping 20 probably. So I remember I compared him to Colin, like a poor man's Colin Sexton, but the same type of game. The difference is why Colin's always been good since his rookie season. He always can shoot the ball. That's what made him next level. Since rookie year, he shot 40%. So Saban Lee got to learn how to shoot the ball, man. I don't think it's not really him. It's the scouting report is out, and it's really hard for him to adjust because it's like you got to be able to do something else, man. Because like a player like Killian is not a good shooter, but he's still able to be effective because he can do. I mean, first of all, he's 6'5". That helps. Being tall helps. But one more thing is, his vision, his passing, his defense leads to offense. His defense on other players just allows him to get more rhythm on offense. And it's just things like that. And, there's plenty of players in the league who can't shoot, but they can do something else. And right now, I won't even say that Saban's not a good playmaker. I think he's very solid, but the way that he creates all his plays is kind of being shut down with the scouting report. What do you think, Jim?
Well, I think it's a combination of that. And, he went from having like Josh Jackson and Wayne Ellington playing with him that could space the floor to now Diallo, who he's still developing that 3-point game. He's really consistent with it.
No, if he played with better floor spacers, they wouldn't be 3. It wouldn't be 3 dudes in the paint. Like it's 3 dudes in the paint, exactly. And then he would go crazy. But you know what I'm saying? His fee is gone. Everybody's gone. Like we got to the point where we got to hope Sekou is shooting the ball. Like Sekou's he's a very good shooter, but like, come on now. Like, that's not him. You know what I'm saying? He's not Sadiq Bey. He never was that type of player, but he's literally probably the best shooter besides Sadiq Bey, just naturally. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talking about no percentages. I know Jeremy Grant can shoot the ball. Okay? I'm talking about naturally. I watched Jeremy Grant since his rookie season. So, he does need floor spacing. But Dwayne Casey put some floor spacers out there. Put some, not Cerritos, but do something. Put some magical floor spacers out there. I don't know. Frank Jackson can shoot. Frank Jackson definitely, okay, I'll put him as a better shooter. I would say he can shoot. Yeah, but the thing is, Frank Jackson, he can shoot, but he's not a floor spacer, if y'all know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, he gets his own shots. He picks his own spots. But he's not somebody that you leave wide open, like, while you running your offense to shoot the ball, because like he'll catch it. You saw that the last game he had a good game, but he was scoring mostly on the inside. He wasn't really spotting up shooting like that. I've watched that from Frank Jackson. Like he definitely can shoot the ball, but he's not he's not like that. He's not like what Sadiq Bey can do.
Jim, man, do you have anything to add about the Saban Lee stuff, man? I think we pretty much touched on everything, man.
Yeah, I think. Well, I don't know because I think Killian Hayes coming in has a big deal to do with this because it pushes him down the depth chart. So he's coming in with people like Diallo. Diallo likes to drive. Diallo ain't spacing the floor. Like you guys were saying too. So could it be part of the fact that when he was coming in because we didn't have a lot of point guards at the time? right?
Right.
You know, and so now because of Killian Hayes coming back, it pushes him down a little bit. So I mean, he's playing with different players now.
It'll definitely be interesting if DSJ can come back this year. I know he's having back problems or
something's
something
wrong
there
with him.
to see if that Saban starts to disappear more. But right now, besides Killian, like even though Saban's been struggling, he's still better than McGriddle, bro. So there's not a whole lot of
Is he though?
out there.
I
Yeah.
don't know if he is, bro.
McGriddle had a couple of okay games. Dude.
Look, man. I hate McGriddle, but I'm just being like real 100 on some NBA player type stuff. Rodney McGruder, 40% shooter. I'm just saying he can do more than Saban Lee for us right now.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't
get
be happy
DSJ
with
out of
it.
here. I love DSJ as a person. Bye, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't
like
like
DSJ.
Rodney McGruder at all.
Well.
I want y'all to know that. I'm just being like, even McGruder, like, it wasn't a fluke. He's not a good player, but I feel like he's a spot-up shooter. Like, he can shoot. Like, he's always been able to shoot. Every single year, he's always been able to shoot the ball. And with players like Rodney McGruder, you're like, how trash are you? Can you make 3 threes? Like, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can only make 1, then you're garbage. But if he can make 3, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd rather just play Wayne.
We can use a McGriddle for Saban, low key, you know?
I'd rather just play Wayne.
But what's wrong with Wayne Ellington? He can't shoot the ball no more.
Because he thought he was going to get traded, and he's still here.
He thought he was going to a winner or something.
Oh my god!
He's
He
like, what
thought he
the
was
hell
going
am
to
I
get traded, and he's
doing
still
I
here.
didn't sign up for this.
He woke up after the trade deadline and was, oh man.
He's like, that ain't right.
He's still here.
They spelled DeLon right wrong, man. That's not how you spell Wayne Ellington. All right, we're gonna jump into some what if scenarios here because I've been messing with Tankathon already. I know it might be a little bit too early for some of you guys out there, but a lot of you guys, man, have just been wanting draft videos after draft videos. So as of right now, this is where we'll be standing in the lottery at the number 3 spot. Obviously, you know the lottery works. You can move up, you can fall down. There is going to be a race between us and Orlando to close out this season for that 3rd spot. Orlando is now full on into the tank mode. Let's go ahead and switch screens to where we can see the draft prospects. So right now, if everything went the way it was supposed to go, we would be getting Mobley, which I would be
I'd love that.
really, really happy about that. Before we do this, man, Bravo, you joined at the right time. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I was enjoying the days off, but they called me from the hospital. You need to go to the hospital soon. So I dressed up, about to go to hospital in the next half an hour.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Yeah, someone of the doctors is sick, so I have to cover for them.
Well, we're glad you can make the show, man.
Right.
Yeah, I was staying healthy, man. I'll be up for try to get it off and on, maybe on the phone or maybe on the video. So, what's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
We're
Good.
doing
How you doing?
I'm good, man.
We got 55 peeps in the chat, man. Make sure you guys like the video and go subscribe to everybody's channels. Their links are in the description, man. Check it all out. So I messed with Tankathon a little bit in my last stream I did. I believe it was Sunday. And a couple times, man, it took me forever to get the number 1 pick. So I'm going to send it now so you guys can see where we go. And, of course, the first spin, we get Cade. So, I mean, that's off to a good start. After last week, man, I couldn't get the number 1 pick.
But stop it right there, though. You see that? That's how good Jalen Suggs is. They got him going right after him. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying.
So they got them same 3. They got Cade Cunningham and Suggs, and then Mobley. 1, 2, 3.
I'm just saying, people are obsessed with Cade. I don't think they realize that this boy Suggs gonna be averaging 25 points a game.
You're gonna be good.
I didn't realize he's such a good rebounder.
Good.
He averages 6.5 rebounds a game.
Yeah, Suggs and Jalen Green, man.
Damn,
These
2.5 steals, dude. Holy shit.
Hey, man, Suggs is to me, he the underrated player of this draft only because he's not somebody that I want, but he'll probably end up being so good that we're like, dang.
Dude, I would not be mad if we got him, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah, at first I didn't want him, and I did some more research. Well, Villanova, he can shoot the ball, and he actually did play all ball with Villanova. So he might actually fit better with Killian than we think, and it just depends on like if Troy Weaver took Suggs, I feel like he's taking the best fit for whatever he thinks, and if that's the way he believes, I'm gonna have to roll with it.
We're trying to get that Villanova connection between him and Sadiq. So
Hey,
Sadiq
not
has not
Villanova.
let
He
us
went
play
to
yet.
Gonzaga. He didn't go to Villanova.
I thought he went to Villanova.
No, he went to Gonzaga.
He went to Gonzaga.
Who went to Villanova then? Someone on the team went to Villanova, I thought.
Besides Sadiq Bey?
Am I tripping?
Yeah, man. Because
I'm thinking of Vanderbilt.
all the Villanova players.
I'm thinking of
bro.
Vanderbilt. I'm thinking of Vanderbilt. Not even close. Whatever.
Wake up, Drew.
Dude, I haven't had any Drew Weisers today. So
That's what it is.
That's like my coffee.
I wanted to say something about that first one that had us getting Evan Mobley though.
Let's talk about that. So here, let me refresh it so we can get that bag. All right, so that's the default one right here. So the Rockets would have the number 1 pick, take Cade, obviously. Minnesota stays at 2, and they get Suggs, which would fit them pretty well. And then we would get Mobley, which would fit us pretty well. So I guess, fellas, if the draft went this way, is Mobley the guy? Bravo, since you're on borrowed time, man, I'll throw it to you first.
If it goes this way, yes. I don't think you can pass on a guy like Mobley a lot. I mean, him or Green, definitely, I'd be super happy with him. I mean, it's really hard to tell between Green and Mobley at this point, but if I'm honest, we need more interior defense than just – we got a lot of shooting guards, actually. So – and we need scoring. And I can see why the Pistons would go over Jalen Green over Mobley. But, hey, Mobley is one of the rare players you find in the draft. So I'll probably be very happy with this one. Even though, I mean, I wouldn't be pissed at all if we get Green. Any of them is fine.
Jim, how about you, man? If we stay at number 3 and Mobley's there, is that our guy?
I think it is. I mean, in the offseason, we went and put a new statue up at LCA. It's called Mason Plumlee. And no, we need an inside presence, and I like Mobley for that. But the thing is, then what do you do with Isaiah Stewart? Is he a backup? Is he actually a 5 then or 4 instead? I mean, what do you do with him? That's my question.
Well, I'll answer your question.
Please.
We are in a different NBA now. Anthony Davis and Andre Drummond can play together starting. They will be playing together. We're in an NBA where even if you are a big man, if you're a versatile big man like Mobley that can shoot the basketball, you can play with another big man.
Yep.
So if you get Mobley, he's playing him and Mobley's now the starting 4. Like, sadly, it'd be a wrap for Sekou. He'll be coming off the bench because it's Mobley.
Right.
And then you have Jeremy Grant and like Sadiq and I guess Killian Sadiq. That would probably turn Sadiq into a 2 guard or something. But yeah, you can play, man. If you're not playing Mobley and Stewart together, I don't want to be a Piston fan. Like, are you stupid? Like, because Mobley is like, we don't realize it because he's not playing for us yet. We haven't seen him play in the NBA, but Mobley is he's better than Stewart defensively. And I'm gonna say it before he even played. That's how good he is. Like, that dude is, man. You put him with Isaiah Stewart, it's gonna be hard for teams to score the ball.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this about Mobley. Y'all know how much I love Jalen Green. Every Pistons fan know if we took Jalen Green number 1 overall, I'm the only one that'd be okay with it. That's how much I love Jalen Green. But this is what I'll say. If we get Mobley, to me, it's what Troy Weaver is thinking. So if he take Jalen Green, he's thinking about probably making this Jalen Green's team. That's just my personal opinion. Thinking about this making this Jalen Green's team and him being the scoring leader around all the surrounding pieces that we got, Killian and Sadiq, Sekou, Jeremy Grant, everybody. But if you get Mobley, that tells me he's going in a different direction. Because if you get somebody like Mobley, that's going to help players like Killian. That's going to help players like Sadiq Bey. It would tell me that he's moving towards, those players being the cornerstones. But if you getting, I can't see Jalen Green coming to this team and not being the best player on the team. That's just me. So if you're getting him, but if you're taking Mobley and Jalen Green going after, that's telling me that you want the interior defense. You want somebody that's going to be able to help Killian and your other players, play a different style of basketball at the end of the day.
You know, when we talked about what it would look like with him and Beef Stew next to each other, there's still a shot Beef Stew could still be the 5 and he could be the 4. It's a lot more common now for these centers who come in and are 7+ foot tall. He's 7 foot even, maybe 7'1". He's not a whole lot, man. He's 200 and some pounds. He's not very bulky.
Yeah.
He's got that AD build to him where AD came in the league and he started playing the 5, but he's a lot more comfortable at the 4. You know, when you watch the 04 Pistons, Rashid was taller than Big Ben, but Big Ben's the 5 and Sheed's that 4.
Right.
You know, height doesn't always matter. You know, Stu's stockier. He's probably stronger than Mobley. Stu is probably one of the strongest.
Not probably. No, he is stronger. I don't think probably. He's stronger than Mobley for sure. That's
so,
not even a debate.
Mobley can play the 4 because he shoots so well. I mean, he's lights out from downtown, man. And that's going to get better with time. And Stu, he's already shown he can space the floor at times. He's not chucking up 3 or 4 a game. He's
and
only
his defense is good enough to play the 4 too.
Yeah.
Carson Crowe just said something that I completely agree with, even though Jaren could dribble. He said Mobley reminds me of Jaren Jackson Jr. Mobley is like Jaren Jackson Jr. with defense and a little bit less dribbling ability. Because, like, I'm telling you, that dude, he's the best center prospect.
Yeah.
Better, he can be way better than Wiseman. Like, to me, Wiseman can't even compare to him. Better than Aiden, like all them guys. You know, like I said, I think Joel Embiid is probably the last center prospect that was the biggest one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or we talking about AD? I'm not saying he's good as AD, Cat, or Joel Embiid, but since them, this is the dude. Trust me.
All right, let's see if I can screw up the lottery here and make us fall out. Oh, look at that. Again, number 1.
Yeah, that's not likely, Drew.
I know. Dude. Of course, I did it from dude. I couldn't buy the number 1.
Freshman Oklahoma State, bro.
Oh, dude.
There we go.
At 7.
There we go.
Ooh.
Okay, that is the first time I've done this and we've fallen that far. We've only fallen to, I think the first we fell was 6. So, I mean, this is a likely scenario. And I can see Bravo starting to sweat already. He's having flashbacks from last year's lottery.
I called that last year that we were going to do stuff.
You did, man. You did, man. We all look super, man. We all came out here with our Pistons jerseys, man. We were sipping the Kool-Aid. We were dogging the Knicks, and we ended up getting the 7th pick, bro. So we can't be too cocky going into this thing. We have to be a little bit more humble this time. But
no, we just got to realize the NBA it will screw us. It's
will.
just gonna happen.
It's not like
Yeah,
that.
that's why I know we're not getting the first. Like, I hate to say it, we're not going to get the first pick.
No
So,
way.
It's not
Jim,
gonna
I think if we finished bottom 3 in the league, we got a decent chance to stay in bottom 3 in the draft. So if you finish bottom 3, you got a still chance of reaching top 4, I would say. 4 is okay, but the problem is with the 4th spot, you got a lot of teams from the bottom that they would go up and take your spot, and you end up going down to the 7 like we happen right now. So that's what I don't like the 4th. The 5th is definitely not good. You got a high, like last year. We ended up 5th. We ended up dropped to 7. Same with the 6th. It's like New York. So I think the best option is finishing 3rd. And you got to really shoot for that, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So
you got to.
My question to you guys, if we fall out of this top 4 spot, because I would say everyone in the chat, everyone on here, if we had a Cade, a Suggs, a Mobley, or a Green, we are all going to go home happy and looking forward to the future. Mm-hmm. But it's right at the 5 where they started having Kuminga, started coming up on that board. People start to get a little bit scared with the future here. So my question is, if we fall to 7, is 2 Phone Troy going to get on the phone and try to get back into that top 4 spot? Or is he going to try to trade down or keep the pick? I guess that's an option too. Bravo, I know you've been desperately trying to avoid this situation with us falling again. But if we did fall this far, what is 2 Phone Troy going to try to do?
I hate to say it, but we have to trade up. You know, that's the way to go. And you have to give up assets to trade up. And I'm talking real asset. It doesn't have to be draft picked. It has to be one of the good players we have, like even Jeremy Grant. Just push him in, get good player. I hate to say it, but it might be the only way in order to get a guy like Cunningham. I don't think it's going to get Cunningham. I don't think we can trade our pick and get Cunningham with Jeremy Grant. I don't think any team would accept that. So, but you can get a chance in taking I don't like to trade Jeremy Grant for a guy like Suggs or Mobley. I'd rather stay with Jeremy Grant too. I only consider trading Grant for a guy like Cunningham. That's all I would have considered. But trading up in the draft, you might have to give up future first round picks, and it might be the way to go because hey, if Minnesota ended up with a fourth and they have Jalen Green on the board, they can draft. They don't need Jalen Green. I mean, we end up, let's say, a 6, and Minnesota as a 4th pick. They don't need a guy like Jalen Green. They have Anthony Edwards. They have Malik Beasley. They have Jared Culver. They got 3 shooting guard. They don't need another shooting guard. In that case, they could consider trading with us and maybe take our future pick. So that's what you would do. You want to trade our pick in the future and get Jalen Green. Might be the way to go.
Oh,
I don't know. I know Casey was a wizard in last year's draft, and the pick that kind of messed everybody up was Isaiah Stewart, and all of a sudden Beef Stew is amazing. And it's like, why didn't you get Sadiq Bey right there? I remember that last year when we were drafting.
Yeah, I was ready to cut his head off for not taking Sadiq Bey. I think people forget
he got
that.
both of them.
Yeah, bro. I was like, bro, like Sadiq Bey was there. What are you doing?
And we all panicked. And
no, I ain't panic. I was ready to kill Troy Weaver. Like you get to Troy, you better, you see how good Sadiq Bey is. So
you're right. You're right. But what I'm saying is even if we landed at 7, I still trust him to do something with those picks and be able to move around to where he can get the player he wants. It fits his team that, maybe we didn't even know was as good as like a Beef Stew or, that type of player. Maybe not him, that position, but I'm just saying that type of player that we didn't realize was that good.
Well, Troy does his homework on everybody, man. Like in-depth homework. He's been studying these guys for years. He already knows who he wants, who he likes, who he doesn't like. And I think that's one of the reasons we drafted Stu and traded for him first is because maybe some of the GMs around the league wanted that guy. People weren't watching Sadiq the way they were watching Isaiah Stewart or something. So Stewart could have been off the board before Sadiq was because there's a reason Sadiq fell. People didn't like him for some reason. Why? I have no idea.
He's just old as the age. That's why.
That's a stupid reason for why not to draft a player. Because Sadiq came in and he's going to be one of the league's best young three-point shooters to come. He's already breaking rookie three-point records left and right here. So you just got to know your homework. I trust Troy. If we end up with what's this guy's name? Corey.
No, dude, don't even mention his name.
Corey.
Yeah, I don't want that.
I don't want no white ass dude, man.
He played with Jalen Green, dog.
Man.
That's one of Jalen Green teammates. I ain't good. And I'm not saying he's not gonna be good or nothing, but if we get him,
I don't want Corey kiss my ass.
Troy gonna test my heart. He gonna test my heart if we get Corey Kispert.
Kiss my ass, man. I don't want that guy.
I don't want that boy, man.
You better sim this again, Drew.
Yeah, man,
if that's who Troy wants, man, I respect Troy and I value his draft pick. That I'm like, all right, let's see what this guy can do. So
Troy the type of person
like
this what Troy will do.
Draft a guy
this what Troy will do. Troy will draft Corey Kispert, and he'll just be some guy. He'll be like an average, player that contribute. And in the second round, draft the third best player in this whole draft class. That's what he'll do. But that don't mean you can get Corey Kispert, bro. Or however you pronounce his name. But I was going to say, I agree with Jim. I 100% trust Troy Weaver. But you got to get a top 4 pick at worst. You got to trade up. You got to trade up. You got to. You got to be top 4. That's my personal opinion. You got to be top 4. Even though I know if we weren't top 4, Troy's going to get a great basketball player. It's not like he's not. He is. We all know this. We know. But at the end of the day, it's a difference between a very good player and getting Jalen Green. It's a difference between getting an Anthony Edwards or a LaMelo. It's a difference. And Mobley, Jalen Green, man, you got to trade up to get one of these people.
I agree. Jim, I know you guys have talked about the Lions trading up, but do you think if the Pistons did fall this far outside of the top 4, do they try to trade up?
I don't know. I don't know because I know Weaver and I know that he knows people that we have no clue about. And I think that he could stick with 7 and be perfectly fine, and pick somebody, and it would be somebody that we'd be like, oh, what the heck? And then all of a sudden it turns into somebody great. He's that good, man. And we don't know what he's going to flip in the offseason for other picks too. I mean, we might have that ammunition to trade up. I don't think
Hopefully
he does.
it's Bumley, man.
Yeah, that's the guy we need to try to peel off the court and get a dolly, kind of put him on there and move him off the court. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. But the lottery hasn't been kind to anyone. If it did, I would be rich and not here. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. I probably still would be here even if I was rich. but the Red Wings, the worst team in the entire league, gets 4th. The Pistons get screwed, go down to 7. It's every year. It's the Detroit hate is real, man.
I agree, man. So far, the only team that's really had success with that is the Tigers.
Yeah,
they got a couple of first overall picks there, and they're looking good, man. They're looking good. Jamo, I know you said you'd trade up, but do you think that if we did fall this far, Two-Phone Troy is going to pull the trigger and try to trade up?
Hell no. And Troy Weaver gonna be like, what I need to trade up for? Troy Weaver gonna look at us and say, he gonna look at me and say, J-Mo, trade up for what? Know who I am, bro. Like, what am I trading up for? Like, what? I don't need Cade Cunningham. Do you know who I am? I don't need no Jalen Green. I'm gonna go to 7, and I'm gonna get Auburn Singwin, the center, and he gonna be a monster. I don't even know who that is. And I'm gonna draft him at 7, and y'all gonna be like, what? And I'm gonna be like, I got 2 phones. Like, I might want him to do something, but doesn't mean I think he's gonna do it. Like, it's not like he's not gonna get a good player. My thing is, I want a better player. I'm a little greedy. Like, it's not like RJ Barrett isn't a good player, but I want Ja. You know what I'm saying? I want Zion. It's not like it's not good players in that draft. But I'm just being a little me. But I know Troy just get us a Bam out of Bio or something. He'll just find a diamond in the rough. We know, but I don't think he would, but if he did, I would love him forever, man. I'd be like, you the GOAT. I would like Troy slander would never be tolerated like again. But he don't really have to, man. If if you're good at what you do, what do you need to trade up for? And I know I'm saying that, you know what I'm saying? But I know my personal opinion differs from that, but I can separate my biases for that. Like, just looking at Troy Weaver, like, what does he need to trade up for? You know what I'm saying? I might want Jalen Green, but what if he want Jonathan Kuminga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Troy ain't gonna do nothing. But make sure you guys like that video, man.
Well, I mean, this outcome is very unlikely because San Antonio moved up 10 spots to number 3 and got Mobley. Which, if they got Mobley, holy shit, watch out because the dynasty's back.
Oh, if they got Mobley, it's a wrap.
It's over.
It's a wrap. Oh, man. If they got Mobley, that's one thing the league you don't want him going to pop. You don't want that, bro.
But I mean, that's what makes the lottery so fun is you don't know what the hell is going to happen any day, anytime. So we'll definitely be live for that, man. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that, man. Playoffs will be here before we know it, which means the offseason will be here before we know it. So we'll be finding out who our pick will be for the future. So I still have not seen an injury report for today's game. Has anyone seen an injury report for today's game yet?
Yeah, I'm still not convinced Killian is playing until I see him get on the court.
I have yet to see anything about it. Because that determines if we have a shot to win or not. Because even though people hate Killian, the Pistons
play better. 100%. Oh, 100%. Like, we would have beat San Antonio if the team didn't pack it in throughout the game because we was competing. And I feel like they just gave up. But yeah, that's why San Antonio had to get serious. They was like, hold up, bro, we sat DeRozan and Murray. We about to lose? Like, they was like, and that's when Lonnie Walker and White just started hitting threes. That was our problem. We couldn't hit no threes against the Spurs. Like, we were beating them. We were in the game off of the 2-pointers, but we just couldn't hit no threes.
Yeah, man. Back what we were talking about, if we had to trade up, man, I don't know about number 1 or number 2, but packaging whatever pick we got and Jeremy Grant and maybe Saban Lee to move up, people would be an idiot to refuse that.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot to throw at people to move up that many spots.
So,
Like
so the
we have
question,
options, man.
the
Like,
question for the panel, for you guys, for everyone in the chat, would you guys want to trade up for a guy other than Kate Cunningham or Mobley? Would you want to trade up to get Jalen Green or
I would trade up to
Suggs?
get Suggs or
Yes.
Green.
What about Suggs?
Yes.
What
I would
about you
trade
want
up
to
for
trade up
both
to
of
get?
them.
No.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. So Jalen Green, I can understand. Would you want to trade up to get Suggs or Kuminga? I wouldn't do that.
No.
No, not Kaminga.
I'm trading up to get a top 4 pick. Who
No,
I
but
take
you
care
look
of
at
No,
the
I'm only,
player.
like I said, I'm only trading up for Green, Mobley, or Kate Cunningham. I'm not trading up for nobody else.
I don't know. I would trade up to get Mobley or Cunningham only. I mean, I like Green too, but it depends on you might actually get Green. But
I'd trade up to to get Green if he was top 4.
yeah, I actually feel like we're gonna draft Green. Hey, here's my feeling. I expect. Hey, everyone in the chat, mark my word. I think the Pistons are gonna draft Jalen Green.
Bravo's predicting it now.
I was about to say, Bravo pretty accurate with his predictions, man.
He's not
Sekou,
wearing the
we
white
got
V-neck
Sekou,
though, so
we
it's
got,
not going to hold
we
up.
got Killian, man.
I hope so. I hope so.
Funny.
Hey, I want to say something that's completely unrelated to all of this.
Yay.
Shout out to my boy Nomus Jay. And I remember last basketball season, he said the Knicks were gonna make the playoffs, and we like laughed him out the building. Nomus was a year early.
Yep.
Knicks in the playoffs, man. I just
Yep.
had to give him some credit
Give him
because
some
he
love,
saw
man.
something with the Knicks that we didn't fucking see. Like we were like, what? He was just a year early, you know?
Yeah.
But shout out to my boy Nomus, man. Make sure you guys sub to his channel if you haven't, man. Sub to my boy Nomus J, man.
You gotta go follow him on Twitch, man. He's more active on Twitch, man. He just hit a milestone over there, man. He's been grinding on Twitch, man. He just got what the equivalent of it is 1,000 subscribers on YouTube is the equivalent over there on Twitch, which I'm not sure how Twitch all works. I don't use it that much, but
Yeah,
he's
I
been
don't
working
know
over
either.
there, man. So shout out to
Yeah.
Nomus, man. Definitely go hit him up over there, man. And you know, we made fun of a lot of people. We made fun of Nomus for that one. We also made fun of Bravo for saying Blake Griffin was going to average 10 points, and now I'm pretty sure 80% of Pistons fans hate Blake Griffin. So
Yeah.
We know you do, Drew.
I
Yeah.
do.
Right, Jay White. Jalen Green playing against grown men. He's 18 years old. That's a little bit different for me.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Like the video if you guys have not already. We'd greatly appreciate it. Go subscribe to 313 JMO. Go subscribe to Lions on the Prowl. And Bravo doesn't have a YouTube channel, so
He needs to get one. Come on
yeah,
now.
he
You're
does,
slacking,
man.
Bravo.
Oh, he has a
Yeah,
YouTube
but I
channel.
don't
He
really-
just don't be on it anymore.
I don't
Oh.
really post videos, so. But hey, you
That's
guys
okay.
watch me here on this show.
Right. See?
Man, Bravo too busy, man, being a doctor and covering shifts, man. He don't got time for YouTube right
Yeah.
now.
We appreciate what you do, Bravo, though.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll go on to the last topic here. Games in a half an hour. What do you guys want to see from the Pistons for the remainder of the season? Now that we are fighting
Losses.
for the worst spot in the East, now Orlando's right there with us. The tank is on, man. Would you guys rather lose out, or would you rather have games where Killian or Sadiq or Stu blows up and we get a couple wins? So, Bravo, I'll start with you here, man. What do you want to see from the Pistons? I already know your answer, but what do you want to see from the Pistons for the rest of the year?
Just want to see Killian and Sekou really play. That's all I want to do. I'm a huge fan of Sekou. You guys, a lot of haters for Sekou. Again, is my favorite player is in the Pistons jersey. So number 45. So he's the guy I want to watch the most, and also Killian Hayes because the French connection is there. So this is what I want to watch, and I want us to lose because we need to. Because the Orlando Magic are tanking so hard. The OKC are tanking so hard. You got some teams are tanking like they're playing the tanking game like no tomorrow. Like they're tanking so hard. We need to lose, unfortunately. I mean, if I'm Troy Weaver, I'll play Killian, Sekou, these young guys for 3 quarters and a half. And the last end of the fourth quarter, I step in Davidas, Citracius, and
Plumlee.
Plumlee and Magruder and lose the game. This is how I do it.
Oh.
Jim, man, what about you? I already heard your answer, but what do you
I
want to
trust
see from
Dwayne
the
Casey to lose games this year. I think he plays people on orders from above because his lineups make no sense a lot of times. But I trust him to lose games. What I want to see, though, really, is I want to see more development out of the young guys. Killian, Sadiq Bey is what he is, man. But his game has developed. I think Isaiah Stewart's game has developed more than almost any Piston this year. I looked him at first. He looked like defense and rebounding. Now he's pulling out a 3-point shot. He can shoot from mid range. He's pulling a lot of tricks out of his hat, So I want to see more development with the rookies, but I want to see them lose because this team could turn around. I mean, this whole franchise could turn around with one of them franchise players in the top 4. And so, you know what? We're this bad already. Why not go for the gold?
I thought. It's kind of where I'm at, man. This has been a rough year already. It's just like finish the tank. Like we've already got this far, man. Just full on sprint to the finish. I'm not one for tanking, but if you're gonna be this bad and not win this many games, finish it out, man. Finish it out. But I would say to the Stu thing is he developed faster than I thought he would. He developed faster than Andre Drummond did.
Yes.
Andre Drummond didn't really develop. He just got more minutes and got more chance to get rebounds and stuff. He's already expanded his shooting range. He went from a guy who wasn't shooting at all to adding a mid-range, then to adding a 3-point shot in a matter of weeks. Like it was insane how fast he developed. And now he's going to have an entire offseason to work on that. So next year he might come out shooting 3 or 4 threes a game. So I'm definitely excited to see his development continue there. But yeah, definitely lose. Be competitive still. I mean, we've been competitive all year long. There's not too many games where we got blown out from beginning to end, but finish the tank. Do what you have to do. Give the young guys minutes, let them learn, develop, but lose. J-Mo, man, what do you want to see from the Pistons for the remainder of the season?
I want to see them to stop purposely tanking. Yes, I'm sick of it. Let me tell you something. You don't have to tank to get a top pick. Did Charlotte tank? No. Did Minnesota tank? No. Golden State didn't tank. They just suck. So at the end of the day, I don't like this. One day we're going to play the vets, and then the next day we're not going to play them. Then we're going to play the young guys, and then the next day we're going to play the vet. Like if you don't get on with this this player carousel is some of the worst things I've ever seen. I don't care if it was Troy Weaver idea. I don't care who idea it was. It's stupid and it's ridiculous. We don't have to jump through hoops and play Tetris to lose a basketball game. We are almost dead last in the East. Like
stop trying to,
man. Look, I know Killian probably got them shook, low-key. They like, yo. They like, all right. They like, yo,
we better bench him every once in a while.
they like Killian looking kind of good out there. They like, maybe we should play him every other game. Because I guarantee you, if Killian didn't miss any of these games for rest, we probably would have won one of them other games. He played versus the Clippers, right? Or did he not play? He did?
One game.
Yeah.
Did he play versus the Clippers? I'm talking about the recent game that we lost. He did play, right? Yeah, he did play.
Yeah.
We got beat. After that game, he was supposed to play again. And like that's when a time where after that rough loss. But all in all, I just feel like, man, I just wish that just be normal. Like, I want to see these young guys shine. I want to see Sekou grow. I want to see Killian grow. I want to see Sadiq Bey grow. That don't mean we going to win games. I saw Killian grow in the last game, but we lost.
Yeah.
That first half, Killian showed me a lot about what he was going to be.
Yep.
We lost the game.
What you guys
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. What'd you say?
No, I'm good. I was thinking of something and I was like, nah, it's all right. We got to get out before the game starts.
J-Mo, first time I've seen all bottom 3 teams good enough to be playoff team next year. I hope you're talking about the Red Wings and not the Lions and the Tigers and the Pistons. All I want to say is that's what I want to see, man. And, like, Bravo, like if they were to play Killian and them boys for 3 quarters and sit them, like, I just don't know what I would do. Like the rant video might get me banned. You bet not do no, like, especially if the game is winnable. Because with these young players, especially a guy like Killian, specifically him. If a game is winnable and he's our young point guard, you gotta let him go win that game. Especially him being so young as a rookie. We gotta know if he can win us games or not. You know what I'm saying? And people will say, well, he's not the leading scorer. He's not this. Why are you focused on Killian? Who's setting the table? One game, Sadiq Bey hits 6 3-pointers. Game before Killian don't play, he got 4 points. Game before Killian play, he got 18. Sadiq Bey, you know what I'm saying? Players are eating now. That's all I'm saying. And when you looking at it like that, I want to see if he can win this game. Like I said, if the game is winnable, like we're not gonna win tonight. But if the game is within 2 points, oh yeah, let's go. But y'all Pistons fans be too worried, man. We not gonna win that many games, y'all.
I mean, looking at the schedule, it's tough. There's not too many winnable games coming up. So I mean, if we win a couple, it's not the end of the world. Like, have fun with those games, enjoy them, because I mean, we're playing some of the league's like top teams, man. It's not going to be easy.
Which of course we'll beat them.
They're about to get healthy.
Yeah,
like, it's not going to be fun.
You know, like you don't have to purposely like. This is literally the first time that Killian is playing consecutive games. Like literally,
they're not trying to lose. The players aren't trying to lose. They're just being put in a position to lose.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's what I agree.
You talked about Isaiah Stewart's growth. Yeah, he has grown. Like man.
Yes, he has.
Like wow.
Hey, another thing. We gotta take off Frank Jackson, man. Take off.
Yeah, we do. According to Mike,
he keeps scoring.
Oh,
he keeps scoring. We know what you can do right now. Stop playing him. Play Satrashis in the game.
Watch him come up with a mysterious injury.
Hey man, don't play Satrashis, man. Satrashis will end up going 4 or 5 from 3 on you.
Satrashis.
Don't mess with Satrashis.
What game? It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He got some minutes, dude, and he looked terrible.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't fourth quarter scrub minutes either.
But the thing is, you're not getting. He isn't.
What do you
expect
him to look like on the NBA floor? He ain't even in the G League, bro.
Right.
He's not getting any chance to play. He's coming in cold.
That was his first NBA minute.
Even though he's probably trash anyway. I mean, it's not really fair to him, to be honest.
I mean, when he's getting those scrub minutes where he's only playing the last 55 seconds, he's come in and he's hit a 3 like multiple times. I mean, we don't know what we have here. We have yet to see him play.
Just play him.
Yeah,
we barely get to see Sekou play. I don't understand that.
Play him. Look, put him
man, did you see how cool was going off about Tyler Cook and Sekou on Twitter, man, and how like Sekou basically played better than Cook the last game, but Cook got all the minutes anyway.
Yep.
Like it was just like
what
I was like,
what
this is
it
what I've been
with him,
screaming
though?
about for years. Like,
But what is it with
has a problem
Sekou?
with this guy?
Yeah, because is there a mental aspect to him? Is there something wrong with that Casey sees?
There's nothing
what
wrong
the heck
with
is
Casey's an idiot.
Well, they don't know how to play him. Casey
they don't know what the hell they doing.
Corner and shoot threes, and that's not his game. He's not a spot-up shooter.
No,
he needs to be involved in the pick and roll.
Yep.
He needs to be running in transition. He needs a point guard like Killian to find him the ball. When Killian first came back and they played together, his 3-point shooting went up. Like it got better with Killian because Killian knows how to create space and draw defenders off for. Sekou was just wide open. He had confidence. Sekou loves to run the floor. So how would he treat Josh Jackson, where he's got this freedom of offense where he can shoot it when he feels happy to? He can take the ball from a rebound, push it, and get a layup or a dunk in transition. That's what Sekou's game is. He's that type of player. He goes from inside out. Once he gets a couple of layups or dunks, then his outside shooting looks way better. But they want him to come in off the bench, shoot 2 threes, and then set the rest of the game because he's not hitting threes. Like it's. I mean,
he looked like when he first started, he looked like he was going to set the world on fire, and then all of a sudden they just shut him down
because he was playing the way.
Jim, I've been complaining about this for a year. Like literally, like everybody in the chat, they get mad at J-Mo because all I do is complain about Sekou. And they say he trash. People's calling him trash now. Bravo, you got to go, man?
Yeah, I got to go, guys. So maybe we'll talk later. So hopefully we'll get a good game against the Pacers. We'll see a lot of people play and talk to you guys later.
Well, nice to see you, Bravo.
Take care.
But, yeah, look, man. Sekou is a very talented, athletic player. We see what happens when he gets the ball. As soon as if he ever get a ball in transition, he dribbling. I think Sekou is being put in a box and he's under a microscope with the idiot Pistons fans in
But
his
see,
chat,
why?
and he's
But
not
why is
able
that
to
with him? And
use.
you got all these other players that come in, and he just gets passed over and passed over and passed over for all these
They're idiots,
other people.
Jim.
I don't get
I'm
it.
trying to tell. Like, I know people would say, "Well, it must be him." No, like I told Man Beast Morris the other day, these Pistons fans would have called Giannis garbage. Go look at his second year numbers.
Yeah.
Y'all would be like, Giannis is trash. He just athletic.
Do
That's
you
the type
think-
of
do
stuff
you
I'll be
think
talking
he's-
about.
Do
Y'all
you
would be
think
calling
Weaver's
Siakam
going to get rid of him?
trash.
Because
So
they're saying you're going to trade him. Do you think they're going to get rid of him?
I hope they do, because he'll be so good and Pistons fans will be so mad. Like, why do we let him go? I don't know what they're going to do with him. But at the end of the day, Dwayne Casey has been doing this consistently. And look, man, the dude got way too much talent. And he's being wasted by Dwayne Casey. And I can see if the players who were playing ahead of him were, like, clearly better, you know, like Sadiq Bey, like, took that spot. But Tyler Cook, dog, if you don't miss me with that BS, like, bro, Tyler Cook, dog, really? Really? He can't even shoot a jumper. He can't shoot a jumper. He can't shoot at all. At all. We ain't never seen him take a shot. Like, I'm serious. We only seen him dunk the ball. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. And it's ridiculous. But at the end of the day, it's all on Sekou. He's not doing this and he's not doing that, and he's young and he needs to get more girls and party more, right, Drew? So, like, I'm just like, it's all on the young 19-year-old kid who been playing basketball for 5 years. But the coaching staff that you surrounded him with has been known for underdeveloping players. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Like, and we've seen how much aggressive he's gotten in the second half of the season. It hasn't mattered. Like, he plays a good game and he still doesn't get minutes. We seen Sekou get 10 points, 15, 17 minutes. Like, it doesn't matter how well he plays, and that's the thing that has me pissed off. Because he could ball out tonight, but he only going to get 25 minutes at the most if he playing well. 20, 18, it don't matter. He can come in, hit 2 threes, foul a couple people, go to the free throw line, go 1-for-1, done for the night. And there's nothing that you can do to tell me that you can rationalize that. It's just, besides me being an asshole and just being man up to say Dwayne Casey's a fucking idiot. Like, y'all don't want to say it because he's smarter than us. But look, let me tell you something. You can be smarter than somebody and still make dumb decisions.
Stan Van Gundy wasn't smarter than us.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, they always like to say Dwayne Casey knows more about basketball than you. Really? Then why doesn't he understand the simple things? You know,
why does he know how to? Why does he know how to pair players
perfect,
on the floor? I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
His lineups are crazy, man.
Don't get me started. They don't make like his lineups don't make no sense. And SBG, don't get me started.
Don't make no
him either.
sense.
At the end of the day, like I see somebody talking about Kevin Porter Jr., but look at Kevin Porter Jr. though, and on a different team. I just pray that we get rid of Casey before we have to sacrifice Sekou, man. Cause like I'm not trying to do that, man. And when he go to a different team and ball out, it's really gonna hurt me because he way too young. What, 20 years old? Just turned 19 a couple months ago. Come on, man. Like he ain't gonna even start developing for real till he 23. Like people don't even realize like he's 20.
The only thing I saw with him was there was some mental stuff going on out there where he just gets too upset. He gets too in his head. I see some of that in him, and I'm wondering if that's what they're working on or something. Like I that's the only thing I can think of that would make any sense whatsoever.
Man. All the stuff you're talking about, I would attribute him being young as hell.
Sure. Yeah. I get it.
Young players, we seen some stuff like that for Killian where he gets a bad play. You see Killian crying like, "Why? What do you mean? I didn't foul. I didn't turn the ball over." Like, I understand what you're saying, but like I said, that's being young. There's no difference from any other players. Like one thing I said a lot earlier in the season, like Sadiq Bey has had a lot of bad games and a lot of mistakes, but he's allowed to play through every one. And we know how good he is. We know what he's doing. But I would say a better coach would have benched or replaced Sadiq Bey less for some of these games that he done had. But the Pistons don't care. Like, he could go out and score 2 tonight. Don't matter. He'll
be out again next night.
Like,
I get what you're saying.
I know exactly. Like, he hit most threes ever. I know what I'm not taking nothing away from him, but I'm making an example. It's supposed to be the same for everyone. Because let Killian play like trash. Oh, he going to get benched. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when it's not like that for everyone, that's when you start to see things. And the players, they see these things. Like, let Killian play trash tonight. He will not be out there that long. I guarantee it. But let Sadiq Bey play trash tonight. He out there the whole game. And to me, that's not how you're supposed to coach. But it is what it is. Somebody said I sound sad as a mug. I am sad as a mug, bro. Because I done seen this before with the dumbass Pistons.
See, I had to bring it up, make J-Mo all sad. I'm sorry, man.
The dumbass Pistons, man.
Not above the rim for not.
I done seen it so much with these. Like, they keep doing this to me, bro. Like, you either don't draft the player or when you get them, you don't want to use them. Like, come on, man.
If we try to say, could we have to change the name of the show to Below the Rim, man? Because everyone's gonna be down.
Oh, below the rim.
Oh yeah, Mr. Ray. Oh no, that's a good point. He says Bay is a specialist and he plays within his role. Sekou doesn't even have a role on the team at the moment. He's just a freelance wing who occasionally slashes and shoots three. Exactly. And I don't like who's on the coach to establish roles. You know, like what's Josh Jackson's role? His role is be Josh Jackson.
Yeah,
that's his role.
Be you.
That's Diallo role. Be Diallo. Yep. You know, Jeremy Grant, do whatever the hell you want. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Jack
like,
up 50 shots a game. Why don't you?
You know what I'm saying? like Mason Plumlee has
he scores a lot, but boy,
like
he
Stewart has a role,
too.
but like it's like 3 or 4 players with roles. You know what I'm saying? Killian before Blake. Ooh. I just watched Chris Boucher drop Pokashevsky. I ain't even with a step back. You said to stop me. Poku, that didn't look good, cuz. But anyway,
I do think the Pistons their future looks really bright. I really do. Yeah. You know, this draft coming up, this offseason coming up. I don't know if you guys talked about free agency or anything yet. Have you guys had any idea what the Pistons might want in free agency? Because I don't really see any needs that
really
way.
Care. We don't really care.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too.
We don't have a big bank account to go buy people. We are a young team. You know, like whoever we get, we'll see who we get. But I think it's not really that serious to most Pistons fans this year just because of
absolutely.
Look at our team.
Only thing I talked about was centers that were free agents.
And we still playing Blake Griffin.
There's only a couple of okay center free agents. That's only in case we didn't get Mobley because that's a position we need to fill still. Like we got.
What?
Stu.
You don't like Plumlee?
I don't. I don't know where you get this idea from that I don't like Plumlee. Man.
And I don't mean to. You know what? Actually, he hasn't played. I mean, God, he has no defense whatsoever. His feet are planted right on the ground. He's a statue, pretty much. But he gets rebounds when he wants to, and. It's just he hasn't played terrible. I mean, as a backup type of a guy, I wouldn't mind having him as a backup.
But he doesn't do any one thing well.
No.
You look at so there's only 2 centers that are really good, and that's Embiid and Joker. Embiid can score and plays defense. Joker does everything well. He excels in everything.
Is Joker a superstar, Drew?
He's getting there.
I had to ask you that.
He's getting there.
He is, Drew. He's a superstar, bro.
I still think Embiid's MVP over Joker, but he's getting there, bro.
Drew's not giving in on this one.
But anyway, you start looking at the tiers below those guys. Bam Adebayo, man. He's athletic. He's undersized, but he does everything well. You have to do something. You either have to. If you got
undersized, you might as well just stay with Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, I mean Isaiah Stewart, man, he plays hard. He's got effort. He's a dog.
Get him some help down there.
Plumlee's a cool, calm, and collective, bro. He's not trying to fight anybody. Ben says, Drew, you gotta support the white guys in the NBA, man. Ain't too many left, bro. I don't care if they're black, white, or purple, man. If they're butt cheeks, bro, get them off my team, bro.
Exactly.
I ain't supporting this bum, bro. I ain't endorsing that.
No.
You're never going to see a Detroit Drew with a Bumley shirt on. I can tell you that much, man. Get that guy out of here.
Well, if it says Bumley, you might rock that. If it does say Bumley, you might rock that.
I like Diallo a lot. But
I like Diallo.
I don't know if he fit this team, though. I like him, though.
I don't know, man. He's super athletic. He can guard. I mean, I
It's just
like the guy.
but it's
He's
just
letting him
He's
do
in a
what
he
Josh
look
funk.
Jackson
lost.
does.
Like,
Yeah,
man,
he's in a
bro, can
funk.
we get rid of Dwayne? Like, come on, man. Like, this man got all the players. Like, we could just look at the players. You know what I mean? Like, look at them and how they play.
Right.
Like, bruh, I'm sad for these guys
I am
because
too.
it's only
But
a
I
few
think
players that play free.
it
Frank
almost
Jackson
looks
play-
like a setup, though, to me. It
Yeah,
looks like
I
they
hope
want to
so.
lose, so they're going to get a good pick so we can turn this whole thing around.
I
You know
just
what I'm
feel like
saying? They're
Casey
trying to get that one
favorites-
piece, I think.
I just feel like Casey favorites play free, and if you're not a Casey favorite, you don't really know what your role is on this team. Like,
Right.
Frank Jackson's a Casey favorite; he plays free. Stewart, obviously, Casey favorite, plays free. Steve Bay, Casey favorite, plays free. Josh Jackson, Casey favorite, plays free. Even Mason Plumlee plays free. After
But if you're
that,
not the favorites,
right
then you
after
just
those
don't.
5 guys
Okay.
that I named, even DeLon Wright when he was here, he played free. And, Corey Joseph isn't necessarily a Casey favorite, so he can play free because he's a veteran. Even
He's a
Dwayne
Casey
Ellington
guy.
can't play free no more. Even he, you know what I'm saying? If you're not those people I named, none of them play free, and none of them really know what their role is. And like I'm starting to see it's not just like Killian or Seiko, it's everybody.
Funny, Detroit Ghost says, Detroit Drew, what can we get for Plumlee? I'm thinking a bag of chips and maybe a Happy Meal. Or
The off-brand chips.
I
I don't even know if there's any off-brand fast food joints, man.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of that too. There used to be like Hot Now and stuff.
But
I don't know if
what
we got
would
that
be the
anymore.
equivalent to that? Like if you go to McDonald's and you ask for like the boy toy, you're gonna get the Barbie or My Little Pony toy. Like that's what that would
Bro, this man is
bummer.
fooling.
All right, man. We got approximately 8 minutes till tip off, so we'll get out of here so you guys can enjoy the tank, man. We're gonna go ahead and do final thoughts. Make sure you guys do subscribe to everybody in the description, man. Check all that out. I'll plug that again here in a minute. But Jim, man, thanks for coming on Above the Rim, man. It was great having you on, man. What do you have for the peeps for final thoughts?
Oh man, I had a blast because I don't get to talk my Pistons so much. We do a Lions show, Detroit Lions on the Prowl. The funny thing is I've been talking Pistons a little bit on there to try to compare, what's been going on here with Troy Weaver as opposed to what's going on with Detroit, the Lions. And it just, I love how they have turned this whole roster over, and you can see kind of a direction here. And as soon as they fire Casey, we're going to be fine. But I think he's employed by the people up above him to do what he's doing right now. I think these moves are so stupid that I can't see any other thing but the management's going, yo, Dwayne, come here. We need you to play this guy, this guy, this guy.
They probably didn't think Killian was gonna come back looking as good as he did.
Right. True.
And now they like,
True.
oh snap.
Oh, sit him down. But anyway, yeah, thank you for letting me come on, man. I really appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, you guys.
We appreciate you coming on, man. Really appreciate it. J-Mo, man. Marvin says Zaza was a favorite and played free.
Well, Zaza knew his role to the
Wish he
utmost,
played for free.
to the utmost degree.
Sets better screens than
Players
Bumble.
like Zaza will always be good in the NBA, and they'll always know their role because they can only do 3 things. When you can only do 3 things, you always know your role. This team brought me here to do those 3 things because a team only gonna want me because I can do those 3 things. They don't want me for nothing else. That's the only thing I can do. And Zaza set picks, hit people.
Yeah.
And occasionally hit a jelly layup. But besides that, man, shout out to all of the people in the chat. And Dion Helverton said, J-Mo complains so much, you my dog though. Hey, I say, Dion, what's our record? If I ain't complaining, bro, then I don't know what's wrong. Like we suck ass, bro. Like I'm supposed to be happy right now.
Bring back Boban. I love that.
And I got problems with Dwayne Casey. It's been documented heavily.
Yep.
He's not the worst. He's better than SBG. I'll give you that. Because SBG really makes me depressed. He's better than SBG, but we need better than him. I have a higher standard. Shout out to Bravo for coming on the show, man.
Yeah,
and I just want to say, make sure you guys like that video and subscribe to all of our channels. We always putting out new content. We're going to see what goes on tonight. Hopefully, Killian can get that hot career high 13 points tonight. Let's go.
There you go. Hit that like button. Smash the like button further. My boy over here, Detroit Drew, 313 JMO holding it down for Above the Rim. Hit that like button, people, on the way out.
Appreciate that. One thing that's been kind of my safety harness with this season. If the Pistons have burned me out, I'll just go watch Luka and the Mavericks play. And they've been struggling, but they're still in the playoffs, man. And they're going to be a playoff team, and no one's going to want to play them in the playoffs because Luka's starting to play really well right now. Whereas J-Mo, man, if he got burnt out by the Pistons, he'd go watch the Pelicans, and now he's got to watch SVG destroy that team
I've been
too.
watching the Wizards.
Oh, okay. He's pushing the Wizards.
When I tell you watching SVG, like a basketball game could never make me cry, but I thought about it because I literally it makes me sad at how terrible this man is. And I'm like, I thought you were the worst ever, and how could you be worse than I thought? I just can't explain it. But I still got Russ. You know, my favorite player. I still got Russ to hold me down, Brody.
Wow.
Yeah, Joey, new setup, man. I'm now in the bedroom as my YouTube room became the baby room. So I got kicked out. I got evicted there. So we're waiting for her to come in and take that room over. But I will have an even new setup this Monday on Woodward Sports, 6 p.m. Monday, man, as I will be going live there to bring Pistons content over there. Their link is in the description. It should be right there at the top. Also in the description, you'll find Jim's channel, Lions on the Prowl. You'll find 313 JMO's channel. Go subscribe to them fellas over there, man. They've been putting up great content. So without that being said, man, make sure you guys do hit that like button. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. You guys have a good night. Go Pistons, and we'll see you guys next time. And that's the bottom line because Double D said so. Peace.